I'd like to call the City Caucus meeting to order for Monday, January 22nd, 2024. We have 10 items for original consideration. If the clerk would please read item number 1.
Item number 1 for original consideration, a resolution authorizing the memorandum of understanding between the City of Schenectady and the Civil Service Employees Association, Incorporated, Local 1000, AFSCME, AFL-CIO, CSCA Schenectady Unit 8501, Schenectady County Local 886.
Discussed in committee without objection and on consent. Item number 2.
Item number 2 for original consideration, a resolution amending Resolution 2022-224 to modify the use of funds for Cocoa House.
Discussed, yes, Mr. Toro? Roll call. Mr. Toro would like a roll call on item number 2. Item number 3.
Item number 3 for final consideration, a resolution amending Resolution 2023-223, authorizing the sale of 1507 Cary Street for $90,000 to specify the purchaser.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 4.
Item number 4 for original consideration, a resolution amending Resolution 2022-224 to modify the use of funds for Better Community Neighborhood Incorporated for the Hamilton Hill Infill Development Project.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 5.
Item number 5 for original consideration, a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to enter into an agreement with the New York State Unified Court System for a 5-year term from 2023 to 2028.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 6.
Item number 6 for original consideration, a resolution amending Resolution 2021-111, authorizing the sale of multiple properties to Better Community Neighborhoods Incorporated.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 7.
Item number 7 for original consideration, a resolution authorizing the amendment of revocable permit number 636 to the Whistling Kettle to include a sign, a retractable awning, and a door that encroaches the city's right-of-way at 138 J Street.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 8.
Item number 8 for original consideration, a resolution authorizing the issuance of revocable permit number 678 to the Rabbit Lounge for a sign that will overhang the city's right-of-way at 158 J Street.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 9.
Item number 9 for original consideration, a resolution recognizing Black History Month 2024.
This item will be taken out of order and presented by Councilman Farley. Item number 10.
Item number 10, under contract and supply, a resolution awarding the bid and contract for the police station server monitor room HVAC and chiller replacement to R&B Mechanical Incorporated in the amount of $174,000.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. If there's nothing more to come before the City Council caucus, I ask for a motion to adjourn. Motion by Ms. Patrick. Second by Mr. Mutaveran. All in favor? We are adjourned. I'd like to call to order the Schenectady City Council meeting for Monday, January 22nd, 2024. And I'd like to call on Pandit Rashi for the invocation.
To our mayor, elected official, the same way we depend upon the air, as much as we're independent having a nose, without oxygen we cannot breathe. As much as we say, I can see with my eyes, without light I cannot see. And we, the citizens of Schenectady, as much as we say we are this and we are that, without you guys in the portfolio of mayors and elected officials, we cannot function. And it's a two-way street. And today I pray and ask Bhagwan, our God Almighty, that whatever decision you're making and you're going to make today going forward, may that decision always be positive for the upliftment of our community, our citizens, and everyone. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurmedeva Shubhakayeshu Sarvada. Om Shantihi 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 Hari Om. Peace and peace and peace to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to call on William Rivas to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Yes, you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. If the clerk would please call the roll.
Ms. Toro? Mr. Farley? Here. Mr. Mancini?
Here.
Mr. Mutavaren?
Present.
Ms. Patrick?
Here.
Mr. Williams?
Present.
Ms. Porterfield?
Here. Thank you. We have one out of order resolution, item number 9, a resolution recognizing Black History Month, and I'd like to call on Councilman Farley to present this resolution.
I have everyone here to receive resolution. Come join me on this side of the rail, please. May I have the floor, Madam President?
You have the floor. Excuse me, the young lady, are you from the Art Center? Yes. Okay, would you join us back here, please? Thank you.
Thank you all for being here, as I'm honored to present a resolution recognizing Black History Month for 2024. Whereas each February we acknowledge the struggles, adversity, strength, and history of the Black American experience in the United States. This year's theme, African Americans in the Arts, recognizes African Americans' contributions in the fields of visual and performing arts, literature, fashion, folklore, language, film, music, architecture, and culinary, and other forms of cultural expression. And whereas Black History Month first originated as a part of an initiative by writer and educator Dr. Carter G. Woodson, who launched Negro History Week in 1926. Woodson chose February for reasons of tradition and reform. It's commonly said that Woodson selected February to encourage the birthdays of two African Americans who played a role in shaping Black history, Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, whose birthdays are the 12th and the 14th. Whereas Black History Month remains a powerful symbolic celebration and a time for acknowledgement, reflection, and inspiration despite an inequitable social system. African Americans have found ways to survive, advance, and thrive. Black Americans have struggled to protect their physical and intellectual autonomy through innovation, lobbying, litigation, legislation, and helping each other and the community as well. And African American artists have used to preserve history and community memory and empowerment for all as well. These efforts have fueled perseverance, hope for future, and our nation has benefited from those efforts by progressing towards a more equitable society. Even though we still have a long way to go, African American spiritual, gospel, folk music, and hip hop have been used to express struggle, hope, and calls for solidarity in the face of racial oppression. Music has been used to illustrate societal issues, including white and state-sanctioned violence, i.e. Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit, Marvin Gaye's What's Going On, as motivation for strength against harassment and bring attention to oppression. Black artists, writers, photographers, and musicians have participated in the Black arts movement, the Harlem Renaissance, and the Chicago Black Renaissance, or the soundtrack, the visual representation of resistance movements. These individuals created art that supported the resistance movements, but also provided a space for Black people to express love and joy. Creatives used poetry, fiction, short stories, plays, and television to counter stereotypes to imagine a present and future, including Black people in it. And whereas during Black History Month, throughout the year, we reflect on more than 400 years of Black history in America and communities across the country, paying tribute to generations of African Americans who struggled with adversity to fully achieve life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness in an American society. Black history is American history. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Schenectady City Council and Mayor Gary R. McCarthy do hereby pause in their deliberations to recognize the month of February 2024 as Black History Month in the city of Schenectady.
Mr. Farley, would you move the resolution?
I'll entertain a motion.
Second by Mr. Mutavaren. All in favor? Aye. Congratulations.
I always do that.
I just want to thank the council, and I want to thank Mayor Gary McCarthy for this resolution. It's a beautiful resolution that's well done. Thank you, Damani. Great job.
I too wanted to say thank you on behalf of the Hamilton Hill Arts Center. We've been around for a number of years in the Capital Region, specifically since 1969. And our Jerry Burrell Art Gallery has provided countless opportunities for up-and-coming artists while bringing high-caliber Black art from throughout the diaspora for all community members to enjoy. So we'll continue fostering, and we're looking forward to keeping this pushing.
How you doing? My name is Prince Brav. I'm a film director. I just want to say thank you for this award. This is great because I'm going to need your support in this new film program that I'm launching at the Seat Center. It's actually a workforce development program where we have 18 to 24-year-olds, and they'll be able to work jobs in the film industry. I'm going to train them for 4 months, and then I'm going to hire them on my sets. So we will be shooting all over the city, and I'm going to need your support. Thank you.
All right. So, she wants one with her resolution. Thank you. Ask for approval of the minutes from January 8th, 2024. Moved by Mr. Mudavarian, second by Ms. Patrick. All in favor? Aye. The clerk could please read any communications and petitions.
Communications presented to the City Council for Monday, January 22nd, 2024. Under official from Mayor Gary R. McCarthy, a list of appointments dated January 22nd, 2024. Under general, there were none, and under petitions, there were none.
Thank you. Any committee reports from council members? This time we'll have privilege of the floor related to the legislative agenda. I see one person signed up to speak, William Rivas. And you have 3 minutes, sir.
Shouldn't be hard at all. City Council President, City Council members, Mayor McCarthy, I really want to tell you guys thank you. It's not at all ever in my life that I think that I'd be standing here being able to complete the work that I've been able to do at Cocoa House. I thank you guys for the partnership. I thank you guys for the collaboration. What we've been able to do in the city over the last few years with Cocoa House has been monumental. I look forward to continue to expand in our program. And again, when I took over the program 7 years ago, I had a vision of what it was that I would like to do. And because of the partnership and collaboration, we're able to make that true. So I want to tell you guys thank you specifically because, this is something that cannot go forward. I look forward to the work that we're able to do. And if we've been able to do this with volunteers this entire time, I can only imagine what I'll be able to do with 5 or 6 staff members hired for full time. So again, I want to thank you guys for setting a new precedent and taking Cocoa House to the next level and expanding our program. Thank you guys.
Thank you. I have no one else signed up to speak, so I declare public comment on the legislative. Oh, is this on the legislative agenda, sir? It's not on the legislative? Okay, then we can sign you up for the end of, on city business, okay? All right, thank you. So I have no one else signed up to speak on the legislative agenda, so I declare it closed. At this time, we'll have approval of the legislative agenda. I need a motion, please. Moved by Mr. Williams, second by Mr. Mancini. All in favor? Aye. We do have one roll call vote. Resolution, just put on my glasses. Item number 2 is a roll call vote. So I need a motion for that. Motion by Ms. Patrick, second by Mr. Mutavaran. Any discussion? Okay. The clerk could please call the roll.
Ms. Sotoro? No. Mr. Farley? Yes. Mr. Mancini? Yes. Mr. Mutavaran? Yes. Ms. Patrick? Yes. Mr. Williams? Yes. Ms. Porterfield?
Yes. Motion passes 6-1. This time, we will have privilege of the floor regarding general city business. I, again, have one person signed up, and I have 4 people signed up, and then the other gentleman, are you Tyrell Williams by any chance? Okay, the other person will win. Was that, who was, that Mr. Grantley? All right, whoever that is with raising their hand back there, after these, all right, after these four people, then you will, after the fourth person comes up, then you'll come up and then state your name, and I will write it on this sheet. Okay? Thank you. The first person is Treasurer Mejia. 3 minutes, ma'am.
Okay. Did the clock start yet?
It will as soon as you start talking.
Okay. I know that this court is not the court for this. It's city court. But I could have went to an appellate court, but I do want you guys to know what's going on in our city and our county. First and foremost, I want to thank you for the privilege to be up here. My name is Treasurer Mejia. I live in the city and county of Schenectady. I'm a taxpayer and registered voter. I own Project Hope. My issue today, as I stand before you and the city council members, is that our elected government officials are abusing power and authority. So I'm going to bring a little bit of somberness over to our agenda, which I'm sorry about. Okay? I am talking about specifically the Department of Child Protective Services and Judge Mark Blanchfield in the city of Schenectady court, family court. My 2 grandchildren were taken based on domestic violence case. Upon them being taken, it was from 756 Hudson Avenue in Saratoga, which is Saratoga County, Stillwater, and it was out of the jurisdiction of Schenectady. With the city knowing this, they refused to let go. My 2 grandsons were removed without cause and without imminent danger being present. I filed petition after petition, plus orders to show cause. My grandchildren are ages 1 and 3. They have never been hurt, injured, harmed, or hungry in our care. The boys were taken on December 14th. I filed my petitions on December 15th. Judge Blanchfield never addressed my petitions, including the fact that I was present upon removal of the children. Like I said, I own Project Hope. I work with youth and educate and bring awareness to suicide and drug prevention in the county of Schenectady. I hope for change. I have been treated with indifference and intolerance in Judge Blanchfield's court. I have no standing counsel as he continues to ask for attorneys only in the courtroom. I have waited for hours outside the courtroom and was refused visits with my grandsons for a month. I have not seen them. I have been berated and belittled, and the only words I have ever said in Judge Blanchfield's court is "thank you, Your Honor," with backlash. I have gone to the Human Rights Commission. My case is before them, and it will be heard. My constitutional rights have been violated, my civil rights and my human rights. I have contacted Mayor Gary McCarthy's office, and we need to address these kinds of issues that are happening in our community, expose corruption and conspiracy, in order to move forward and have any growth. I have tried to contact Jennifer Barnes, standing attorney for the Department of Child Protective Services, to bring about a resolution and a conclusion to this case. I understand. No, I overstand. Domestic violence is never acceptable. I filed my petition, but was never allowed to be heard, as Judge Blanchfield has never allowed me the right to defend myself against false allegations and lies that the department has continued to bring forth. I have no standing counsel, and yet as Judge Blanchfield holds these, am I done?
I need you to summarize.
Okay, as he holds these private attorney meetings, I have been ignored, and I am going to finish here. The Declaration of Independence, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Thank you.
Thank you. Tyrell Williams.
Hi, my name is Darrell Williams, Your Honor. Or, sorry, not Your Honor, Counsel. So pretty much I'm the father of the 2 kids that were removed from Stillwater. The kids were taken from Saratoga County and brought to Schenectady County when they shouldn't have. The county had nothing to do with the case, or the mother and I's domestic dispute. The kids were never in imminent danger. I've been doing everything in compliance as far as the system. We've been doing everything that we need to as far as DSS and doing what they want, but they still, the last court date that we went to, they went to say that was not in compliance, and that was a lie. My kids were harmed in the care of at this time, on the 7th and the 6th of January. There was 2 urgent care incidents. One of them have yet to be truly unexplained. There's the first one, my son had a bruise over his head. I got pictures, and I'm asking for them to email me information on what's actually going on with the boy's health and his well-being, and they're making it seem like I'm actually harassing them. They said that at court. Actually, another thing that's very important, our family's human rights as far as the 1028 hearing, where it's a fact-finding hearing. It's supposed to be informed by DSS when you remove the kids, and that wasn't done. The removal wasn't actually given to us in the proper time frame that it was supposed to. The 1028 hearing, once I actually put it in on my own accord, after doing research a month after the situation, our public attorneys have been trying to tell us that we've been served the 1028 hearing, but then we asked the department, and they're saying there was no actual 1028 hearing. There was no actual 1028 hearing, even we were never informed about it, and that's what I'm understanding is something like a preliminary trial for criminals, or something that's to prove facts. And the fact that my sons weren't actually even given that, and I've been asking for months, it's going on months now, for why the kids were removed, and they won't do that. And I put the hearing in, the 1028 hearing, and on the 15th, or excuse me, on the 7th. No, it was the 7th. Yes. I actually was in court for the 1028 hearing, where they kept on doing these attorneys-only meetings, and it's my understanding that the 1028 hearing should have happened 5 weeks ago. They coerced me by telling me that if I were to waive my hearing, that they would let the kids go to treasure their grandmother. That was the only reason why I didn't demand my fact-finding hearing. They didn't put that in paperwork, though. They kind of kept on talking to me outside the courtroom. I was very demanding because they first wanted to move the case to Saratoga, which I already told them that they kidnapped my kids when they came over from Schenectady to Saratoga when it was 5 adults. There's no imminent danger, sorry. That's pretty much my situation. I've been putting regional grievances in with the department. I'm here, Darrell Williams. I'm a taxpayer person. I work for the 241 Union, the Waterproofers, Titan. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for your minute, or for your time.
All right, thank you. Elizabeth Clayton.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Clayton. I just want to talk about the injustice in the system of the Department of Social Services as well. We're not being treated fairly. I'm getting like bias and racism from that court, for some family court. We have a law guardian for the children, Larry Becker. He's not caring about the kids' best interests or nothing. The father has came to court trying to fight for his kids. As a black man, they've been shutting him down, not letting him talk, which is very disrespectful. And I'm seeing injustice and constitutional rights and human rights and all that being violated in this court. I'm hearing from other lawyers and other people that these people could do what they want and they have this control or whatever, and it just doesn't make no sense because my children are not harmed at home with us. They're good kids, we're a good family, we try to stick together. And as far as my rights being violated and my constitutional rights, I could feel this, and I just don't like what's going on. It's injustice. It's injustice, period. They're violating their own policies. They're violating our rights as people to speak, to defend ourselves when we have to in a court. When their allegations are false, we can't even defend ourselves. We can't say nothing. And this is all with Mark, what's his name? Mark Blanchfield, the judge or whatever. So it's just, it's nonsense. It's out of control. I do think something needs to be done about it because it's not right. People shouldn't be feeling less than, even if the money is not there or lawyers are not there and stuff like that. We still should be guided in the right direction to reunite the family because their social services is the best interest of the children. They're supposed to be protecting the children. My children are being harmed in foster care. Were never harmed with me, and yet they weren't removed from this foster care. They're still there. My mother's the best person to have my children, which they won't let the children go with my mother. They bought up an old CPS case that my mother had 10 years ago, which is crazy. She has custody of my daughter, and she can't get my sons. So they're trying to split up my kids and put 2 kids in foster care, which they weren't supposed to take out of Saratoga, and then keep her with my mother. So they completely split my kids up. And they're trying to say my mother is unfit to have the 2 other kids, but she's fit enough to have this one. So there's something wrong there. And I do think that they need to be looked at, and certain things need to be done as far as this company goes, because they're doing things privately that's like out of their, it's illegal. I feel like it's just not right. Yeah, that's basically it. So I'm done. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. As I said at the beginning, the city of Schenectady has no jurisdiction over the county, but if you want to stay afterwards, I can perhaps tell you where you should actually go with your concerns. All right. Okay, thank you. Kelsey Taylor? Who would that? Kelsey Taylor? They're not going to go. Okay. All right, sir, you can come up. And please state your name.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Andre Gerard. I'm a CEO as well as a founder and executive director of 2 businesses out here, mainly one to reduce violence, and the other one is to educate, the Black and the Latino people about, why it's important for them to support the GOP agenda rather than the Democrat agenda. And, I have been attacked by, a whole lot of people, a whole lot of officers. And, I have a business. It's called Gang-Affiliated Nonviolent Guidance. I am stopping the bang from gangs here in Schenectady by promoting hugs, no slugs. I worked 3 years. I am reformed from getting high and, like robbing, stealing, being a menace to society, you know what it is to be a menace? I know. And, like for me, the last 3 years I've been home, I completed parole, and, I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give back, something amazing, what was freely given to me. Like I have an impact in this community amongst the youth, as well as adults. I'm constantly being badgered and being harassed over there in the Veterans Park. And like, there's a woman that's saying that with DSS there's an issue because, after the Schenectady sheriff office maliciously lied and said that, I had a gun inside of my truck, meanwhile my business is to reduce gun violence and gang violence. And Nat Madigan, who was the rival of the mayor who beat him, who bust him up in the elections, because I refuse to lobby the Black and the Latino vote for anybody that's racist. See, Nat Madigan is racist. He made it clear that he's racist, and I didn't want to turn around, and I refused to say to my brothers and sisters in the community to support racism, because the problem with racism exists on the left and it exists on the right. And the problem that I have with the Democrats is that they get the Black and the Latino votes, and they don't turn around and they don't do anything to uplift the people. So now, like, since they took my truck, now I'm homeless. Even DSS is sending me to Albany. They're sending the community activists that's saying, give your homie a hug instead of a slug, saying, oh, we don't have services. So I don't understand, like, why do I have to leave Schenectady every single day? Because, my business is in Schenectady. I have a Looking Clean business, and I have another business called Black Republican Movement. You got to go online and log on. And I was trying to have a grand opening on a social media because I have no awareness of social media, with technology and things of that nature, because, like, my life consisted of drugs and, incarceration. So, but by the grace of God, now that I'm able to turn around and stop getting high, I'm striving to be a positive, productive member of my community. But, like, I'm getting harassed, and I'm getting a mixed message. Do I sell drugs? Am I to rob? Is there no hope for me?
I need you to summarize, sir.
Yes, I would like to, I would like for the mayor to look into why Gary McCarthy destroyed the Black Republican movement, took something away from the community, saying that I had a gun, and I didn't have a gun inside that. I have a business that says no gun violence. I don't appreciate that.
All right, thank you.
Yes, I see the mayor, and I don't have anything, any.
Sir, your time has expired. I gave you a little extra. Thank you. I have no one else signed up to speak, so I declare public comment of city business closed. I ask for miscellaneous business of the council at this time. Mr. Mudavaren?
Yep, thank you, President. Just one announcement regarding to the Central Park sidewalk. City Council to host community meeting on Central Parkway improvement. Central Parkway homeowners are invited to discuss the sidewalk assessment program and its implementation. The City Council announced there will be a community meeting to discuss the Central Park sidewalk assessment program and its implementation on Monday, January 29th at 5:30 p.m. at room 209, the very same room here. And we have our city engineer will be present to present the proposal on the project and its improvement and to answer any question. This meeting is open to all interested community members to discuss project details, and all are encouraged to attend. So I would like to personally invite the homeowners on Central Parkway to please attend this meeting if you can. It's very important to hear from our city engineer regarding to the sidewalk program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mudavaren. Glad to see that starting to move forward. Any other business of the council? Mayor?
Thank you, Madam President. Appreciate everyone that came out tonight. And just would remind people that a week from today, we will close down the Kings Road Bridge going into Rotterdam to start the replacement and rehabilitation of that structure. Again, it'll create a little bit of inconvenience for the residents and individuals who use that roadway. Some of the signs are up today starting to inform the public of the detour routes, and look forward to having it completed, and it'll be open before everybody knows it. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd also like to thank everyone that came out tonight to speak, and as those I told you, I'll tell you, give you direction, hopefully, but those issues, unfortunately, are county, and it's not something within the city jurisdiction, but I don't want you to misunderstand and think that we did not hear you. You're welcome. And I want to thank everyone that came out to the pie social in honor of Martin Luther King Day. More pies than you can even possibly believe. So, but beyond the pies, the company was great. It was a great time for a community to get together. And the theme was the beloved community, which was something that Dr. Martin Luther King promoted and felt like we should all work together. So it was great. There was various people there, so thank everyone that came. I want to thank the Electric City Co-op and the Schenectady NAACP and Yoga Bliss for pulling it together. So they plan on doing it annually, so get ready to bake your pies, Joe. Councilman Mancini came and brought a pie. We won't say where it came from. So thank you again, everyone. And I'd like to also say happy birthday to Councilman Mutavaren. His birthday is on Wednesday, so if you want to send him a card, take him out to dinner, it's up to you. And just a reminder, there will not be a meeting next week. It's our 5th Monday, so we don't meet on the 5th Monday, and our next meeting will be on February 5th. Yes, February 5th at 5:30. It will be a committee meeting. And I have nothing else, so I ask for a motion to adjourn. All those in favor? We are adjourned. Have a good night. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it.